Squash that beef like fruit and barley. Still got a one black star like Kwame.
Yes, people, we are here. We are here after the whole incident. Well, not the whole incident, the whole game yesterday. Germany, who took on Ivory Coast. Now, on paper, you think the likes of Havertz, Kimmich, Mecha, who else did they have? Florian Wirtz would dispatch, Leroy Sané would dispatch of Ivory Coast. That wasn't the case, not at all. What happened is Ivory Coast actually gave them a game. And in that first half, I watched the Germans be reduced to an average side. Now, you could say that it was one of those things where they kind of started late. You could say that they haven't quite adjusted to the conditions. But like I said, the likes of Julian Nagelsmann's men, they did suffer a lot in that first half. All right, and I looked at it and I thought, you know what, Musiala, where are you? Wirtz, again, where are you? Nowhere to be seen in that first half. But then when you look at Ivory Coast and how they set up, okay, Kessie leading in that midfield, captain himself, Ahmad on the right-hand side, he's had quite a good tournament, to be honest, so far in the World Cup. And then you had Diamande, who slowly but surely got into the game and gave Kimmich a run for his money. But Bonnie leading up top, I thought, yeah, cool, go for it, guys. But that wasn't the case. Obviously, Kessie scored the opening goal, which was fantastic. And Ivory Coast went into the first half leading comfortably, in fact. And I did say, look, Ivory Coast are going to get a few more chances, but they need to capitalise. If they do not capitalise, they're going to get punished by a quality side like Germany. Second half comes, still nothing, but then you see that they're starting to string passes together. You're seeing Musiala getting on the ball a lot more. Their compactness of Ivory Coast defensively was great, and I did think it was going to be one of those performances like a DR Congo against Portugal the other day, where they got a draw. However, everything changed once Nagelsmann made some changes off the bench. A man called Undav, yeah, Undav from Stuttgart, yeah, 29-year-old, but there's so much weight behind his name because in most of his appearances, he always scores for Germany. In his last, 10 or so appearances or 11 appearances, he scored 10 times, which is ridiculous. So of course you would think, hold on, we're going to make sure we mark this guy. We're going to make sure we stay close to him because he is such a threat. That wasn't the case for the first goal, all right? Obviously, I'll explain it to you, or I'll run it back once I get my highlights up. And it was just like, oh, man. It was some great finishes, don't get me wrong. I think the ball came over from the right-hand side. Yeah, it came over from the right-hand side. Let's have a look. And he caught it so well. And this is the thing with Ivory Coast. Defensively, as I said, the first half, really good. Bodies on the line, making sure that they're there to win the first and second balls. But then the first goal that they conceded, the floodgates opened. I think I've got it here. Ball comes in from Ivory, and Undav is there to caress it into the bottom. He catches it on his instep, yeah? So it's like a volley, instep volley into the top of the net. And you could look at the players themselves, the fans, you could feel there was something brewing in the stadium of Toronto. All right, they still had enough time because he scored, in the 68th minute or so? But what a great ball. What a fantastic ball from Ivory. If you ever look back at it, look at how he kind of lofts it into that box, over the Ivory Coast defenders, and then above Fofana's head. So that made it 1-1. Then when we looked at it, I said, nah, I've got a feeling that Germany are going to get another goal, you know. And lo and behold, it happened more or less in the final few minutes. But before that, Nicolas Pepe, yeah, former Arsenal player, burst through, 3 versus 3, cuts inside, slots it to Adingra, and Adingra decides to do what, people? Well, he decides to go backwards into a German player. It was absolutely diabolical decision, which more or less cost them the game, which cost them 3 points, and ultimately could cost them a place going into that next 32. Now, there was a few shots again before that where the German players started linking up. Brown getting on and hitting a lovely volley to the ground, but Fofana was able to match it. on his left-hand side. And then finally, the nail in the coffin was obviously Undav, where he was given the ball from Mecha, I think it was. Let me see. So Tar gave it to Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz cut inside, cut back inside. And I said, you know what? I sniff something. I can sniff a goal. Mecha turns and he fizzes it. And when I mean he fizzes it to Undav, you think, how is he going to control that? Trapped it with his right, pirouettes on his left, bang, back of the net. That's it. Game, set, and match. German players are going crazy. German fans are going mad. It was probably two of the best finishes that I've seen from players. Yeah, like in terms of great centre-forward play. I know people will be screaming and saying Mbappe, but I feel like this was such a cute finish. Both of them very efficiently done. You can't complain. So yeah, obviously in the Group E, Germany lead it now by 6 points. Ivory Coast sitting second. Whoever comes second in the group may be playing the France. Imagine that, they may be playing France. So you also had other games. Group D, you had Turkey, who lost to Paraguay. My gosh. Everyone was talking about Almiron covering his mouth. It was something that he shouldn't be doing. It's one of the FIFA rules of the World Cup. They said they don't want to see none of that. And to be honest, I'm glad that they they followed through with that. Then you had Brazil who took on Haiti. Brazil won 3-0, which was fantastic. Again, maybe favourites to win it. The World Cup we'll have to see. Then you had Netherlands who took on Sweden, and I mean Netherlands absolutely dispatched of them. Brian Brobbery, Sunderland. Sunderland man. I couldn't believe it. He's moving like Yakubu, prime Yakubu. He got to Cody Gakpo, again, Liverpool man. A lot of Liverpool fans have been frustrated with him this season, but my goodness me, in a Dutch shirt. Fantastic. He scores 2. Somerville comes on and scores 1. It makes it 5-1. The only positives is with Sweden is Anthony Elanga, who should probably be starting in the next game. He managed to get a consolation goal, but 5-1. Yeah, I was going to say France. Netherlands, very, very strong opponents. I see them going far. I hope they go far. For footballing terms, I hope they go far. Yeah, and they're sitting top of the table with 4 points. Obviously, Sweden, no, it can't be because Japan just won. Hold on. Do this again, please. You see what I mean, people? Oh, it is. 4 points, Sweden 3, but I'm sure Japan won. Oh, Japan won their first. No, yeah, it should be. They haven't updated the table. Yeah, because Japan actually won. Because they faced, let's have a look. Japan won. They beat Tunisia 4-0. 4-0, people. It was ridiculous. Let's have a look. Yeah, so they're now equal on 4 points alongside Netherlands, because obviously they drew to the Netherlands the other week or last week or so. Listen, Japan are dark horses. Japan are dark horses. Kamada, Ueda scores 2 and Ito scores 1 as well. 4-0, clean sheet. One thing I like about Japan, not the training clips that keep being released about how they train in unison, but they are very, very efficient. You're talking about the Germans. I feel like these must be the next best drilled team in terms of their movement, in terms of their patterns of play. One player gets the ball, the other one knows exactly what to do, and it's the timing. Could be down to the martial arts. I don't know. In terms of, Japan is known for the martial arts, is known for that discipline. They have that in abundance. The movement, just look at the way that they peel off of each other when a player gets the ball. I just love it. But the 4 goals are actually really good as well. Very, very efficient goals. And that obviously gives them a lot of confidence to go through to the next 32. So you had that game. Then you had Ecuador, who took on Curacao. 0-0 it finished, 0-0. And you know who the star of the show was? Yeah, you guessed it, another goalkeeper. And this guy's name, Eloy Room, yeah? He's broken a record in terms of most saves in a World Cup game. 15 saves, people. And when I mean 15 saves, I mean I watched each and every save and I was like, rah, surely. And you know when you have those games, yeah, and you're playing against a team and their keeper is just on it, it was one of those games where they threw the kitchen sink Ecuador, all of them. Valencia, Casado, all of them. They tried everything. Headers, close range shots, long range shots, didn't matter. The ball stuck to him like glue, which was crazy. But yeah, he's beaten Tim Howard's record in terms of the most saves in a game, which is fantastic. But again, that's their first point. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing that they get a point from that. Let me see where their group is. Da, 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 da. Their group's gone missing now. Yeah, oh, there it is. Lovely. So they sit on 1 point. Ecuador on 1 point. Ecuador, they need a lot. They need a lot to get through to that next round, people. So yeah, that was the games. Obviously, many talking points. We could talk about Germany snatching and grabbing it, but hey, they done what they needed to do. Ivory Coast disappointing, they didn't finish the dinner. Netherlands look very strong, and I think that they found out the key. Van Gaal has found the key that he needs to be playing an out-and-out striker up top, a target man, in order to get the best out of him. Then you look at Sweden, they got so many target men, but no defence. No defence. Go back and look at the goals that were conceded. Look how easy it was for them to penetrate that back line. Yeah, so you can talk about defensive frailties all day long. Some of these ones is just matching your runner, yeah? They're giving the ball, they're getting the ball in the midfield, they're spinning, running directly down the middle. 2 centre-backs, none of them are using their body to block the run, yeah? None of them are trying to get in front of the ball or in front of the player to get to the ball. Instead, they're just watching the player over their shoulder. So when you see that kind of defending, you do question it and you say, "Rah, could I have played in the World Cup? I don't know." But today's games, so the other games that are featuring today, people, just before I go, Spain take on Saudi Arabia, Belgium take on Iran, Uruguay take on Cape Verde. They should be a 3-3 easy game. Yeah, Spain should easily dispatch Saudi Arabia, but you never know. Belgium should do the same to Iran. Again, you never know. And Uruguay, surely they should get the best of Cape Verde. But yeah, we are here. Lots to go on, lots to talk about still. United States, my gosh, Group D, I'm just looking at the groups now. United States sitting on 6 points, Germany sitting on 6 points, Netherlands on 4, Brazil on 4 alongside Morocco in their one, Canada and Switzerland match it on 4 points, Mexico through to the next 32, South Korea behind them on 3 points. I haven't even got to England. England sitting on 3 points. They play Ghana soon. I think it's next week. And then Colombia on 3 points, DR Congo on 1. People, this is the World Cup brought to you by Quans Media. Please make sure you hit that like button, like, share and subscribe. If you featured on my DR live yesterday, it was fantastic. I was hosting, hopefully much more to come. And then yeah, obviously I will review the games later on today. People, if you're a father, happy Father's Day. Either way, enjoy the day, enjoy the sun. It is Sunday. Get some food, get a drink, get a Kit Kat. Take it easy.